And come back to now we are watching Forza Horizon 6 and new. Now, now your guy is open world and fluency.
Horizon is a game for everyone, and I think that answer for me, success is when we find there are just multiple pockets of players engaging in Horizon the way they want to. You know, the players who love that progression-driven campaign, love that. The players who just love to drive, love that. The players who just want to kind of create an estate where they make their own world or their garage and they can find a space. So there's so many different behaviors of these players, and if they can find a home there, that really is, I think, a good state for us to be.
Let's go Andre and first.
Playground Games has previously discussed its tweaked approach to the core campaign of Forza Horizon 6, which discards the concept of arriving at the Horizon Festival as an established superstar. In Forza Horizon 6, you find yourself in Japan as a tourist with no initial association with the Horizon Festival. It'll only be if you successfully complete the qualifying events that you'll earn a wristband to enter the big show as an accredited festival racer. What's set to follow will be a much more curated racing experience, graduating through the car classes via the Horizon Festival's coloured wristband tiers, which have been inspired by the very first Forza Horizon game. As a result, Forza Horizon 6's highest car classes will be off-limits within the confines of the festival's event structure until much
okay.
Here, it seems, is a more overt
you can't unlock it. By the way,
to have made these changes to the campaign without compromising the Horizon series regards as a core pillar of its identity are the ways in which Forza Horizon 6 will go about rewarding play elsewhere.
On the one hand, I think it comes down to this desire to have things that are just organically in the world as you drive around. Those obviously can be vistas that you can see or cool bits of road that you can encounter, but connecting them to gameplay systems was really important because that creates more engaging experiences. So I think one answer for it is from that point of view, make things that you discover that are playable just in the world, where you reduce the friction, you make it easier to do something together with other people.
The something that I'm demonstrated today is Forza Horizon 6's new time attack driving.
Time attack is a brand new feature for Forza Horizon 6. It's a shared world feature where it's all about getting the fastest lap times possible on these incredible grassroots circuits across our map, and they're kind of quite varied. You might have an off-road one, you might have a track-focused one, and really it is, at its core, you're setting a lap time and then trying to beat that every time, and we have splits that kind of show you're getting faster or slower, and every time you do a lap you get credits and XP as well. And that's and there's kind of a loop where you can just hot lap for as long as you want, but really it's a place where we've seen other players gather. It's a place of activity. I kind of go back to that shared world energy that you get from real players. This is kind of a hotspot where you'll find other players who are also hot lapping. If you want to take that even higher, we also have these in-world leaderboards that track the best times across the community, and that is filtered to your PI class, and these are actually grounded in-world leaderboards. You will see the top 3 times across the community at your PI. You'll see your time, so you'll always see your name, you'll always see your car with your livery and where you rank on that leaderboard, and you can also see your rival as well. And the way that works is it will always prioritize your friends. So you might be driving past, and then you can see that one of your friends has actually topped your score, and that's a really, all within the world, you just see my friends there and they're ahead of me, and then you can go in and try and beat them.
Yo, that's sick!
When we put it in the game, we've just continually to where it is now. The moment we put time attack in and had something tracking your lap time, we knew we're onto something. Then we started adding deltas of your lap time. Then we started adding splits. Then we started adding the combo. And we've developed this feature to be something that, we're really, really excited for players.
Engaging with time attacks in Forza Horizon 6 is a completely seamless experience. You don't need to drive to a marker in the world, activate it, and get loaded into a lobby. You just drive out to one of the map's permanent race circuits, drive into the precinct itself, and then drive onto the track.
That's
At that point, you're racing.
You don't need to wait. That's Go in. Bam, you in.
Island, and it's incredible.
You don't need to wait.
As you work your way through the campaigns to become a Horizon Legend, you have access to this brand new area, and there's a fantastic time attack circuit on there, so I'm really excited to see what we'll do on that.
Finding organic ways to reward players for things they were already doing was a key driver behind the addition of time attack.
Horizon is a game that means a lot to many people, and it means different things to different people. There are people for whom really clean technical racing is everything. And you have people who just want to drive around. You have people who want to build, or people who want to take photos. There are many people and many different ways to play in Horizon Gate. And in previous games, we've kind of moved to a broader kind of campaign that says whatever you do will progress you. And for this game, we wanted to be able to lean into that in a way that was
anything you want to do.
By where you drove. If you could find it, it was a thing, you could do it. If you can find a street race somewhere in Tokyo City, you can do that street race immediately. There's no gating to it. And because we had that freedom, because you could just drive off and take some photos, or drive off and do one of the Horizon stories, that meant that we had a full progression system that afforded those players a way to play the game. It meant that we could then say, okay, what if Horizon Festival races actually were gated by progression? What if you had to use C-class cars and B-class cars and then A-class before you could get a chance to use your S1s, your S2s, or your Rs? You had to move up through the ranks. Because we had the ability to say, look, if all you want to do is drive, the game will absolutely let you do that and reward you for doing that and give you progression for doing that. It meant that we could apply more structure to the festival's fantasy in the world.
The way it works with the campaign as well, these cars, let's say you're at the B-class wristband. If you've got an S1, you can still take that round in the free roam world. You can still take that to the shared world experience.
Take it to street races.
Take it to street races, time attack. But when you go into the sort of the Horizon Festival wristband campaign, that's when the restrictions come in.
The really nice thing about it is that it speaks to something that players do anyway.
Yeah.
Much like the drag meets feature, we know that players love synchronized drag lights. They love to see whose car is fastest. And
yeah, that's true.
By finding ways to just light touch role in systems that can make that a more rewarding thing to do, it feels like instead of saying to players, no, come little friend, we must go and do this now. It's more like, hey, doing the things that you're already doing, and there are these systems that come into place to make that a more rewarding experience.
We're not shown a demo of Forza Horizon 6's open world drag racing in action, but the team reports it will function in the same way as the time attacks.
Like time attack, it's all in the shared world, so you're not loading out, you're not matchmaking. We have 3 drag strips in our world.
Yeah, dominate. To wait.
At the start, and it's got synchronized lights for every player across the community. So it's something people wanted from Horizon 4. We brought it back, synchronized lights. You can rock up to a grid. You can kind of ready up and say, I want a drag race, drag meet. That will kind of put you in your grid, and then you just wait for the green light. So at that point, you can kind of hold the brake and kind of get your throttle up. And then as soon as that light goes green, if you pull off, you get thrown into a drag meet. It tracks your time. Similar to time attack, you'll get credits and XP every time. You make your way back and you go again. They also have the same in-world leaderboard tech as well. So you'll see the best drag racers in the community. You'll see your time, you'll see your rivals. The great thing about those in-world leaderboards for time attack and drag meets is they reset each so there's a new routine that players can have where every time
every week it's changing
in the board again.
Speaking to
okay.
the specifics of it, it's the same kind of foundational experience with a time attack circuit. You go through a gantry. and that is kind of the notional start. For drag meets, there is this grid at the start of the run, and the 3 different drag meets are of different lengths, but you drive up to that and there's a prompt to ready up. What that does basically is it puts your car into the grid with wheels to the front of it, so that you kind of avoid that kind of slightly graceless edge forward, edge back, edge forward, edge back. And obviously there are games that might make more of that, but really our focus was get it to be as simple as possible. So you roll up, there's an X prompt, you press it, your car snaps into the grid. And now you're looking at that countdown, 3, 2, 1, launch control, go. If you jump start, you jump start, gotta go again. So don't jump start. But it was an attempt to take something that is quite technical and find a way to just integrate that as neatly as possible into the world.
And it's inspired by what we see players doing. As we saw it in 4, we saw it in 5, where people were using car horns or Forza link lines. When we added Event Lab Island, people were doing sort of almost impromptu drag meets there as well. And it's seeing what players are doing and going, well, actually, we can create a feature here in a system that kind of is inspired by that, but we can, I say, make it approachable. You just press an X button and you're ready to go.
Yeah, I mean, we're very iterative in the way that we look at features like this, and we sometimes experiment with things that are adjacent to it in previous games. But I think as we built these features out, we realised that there was this entire way to think about free roam as a place that was just full of things that you could do, and encourage players to do it.
There's another layer to the experiences of Forza Horizon 6, and that's the game's new link skill system. Forza fans are no doubt very familiar with the skill point system and how it's tied into earning and unlocking cars, multipliers, bonuses, and even exclusive cars. This time around, however, you'll get a buff on skill points by earning the same skills as other nearby players at the same time.
Our skill system touches everything you do. Smash through a gate, you get a wrecker skill, you kind of go faster. And it's a really compelling loop as you just vibe drive and drive around in our game. And we wanted to create multiplayer experiences from our skill system. So with link skills, if you perform the same skill with someone else, you get rewarded with a link version of that. So if I'm tandem drifting with Torben, we get a link drift. If we're going down the freeway as fast as we can, we get a link speed. And it's such a frictionless way to connect with other players. You're just kind of playing the game near someone else, and just by doing that, you're getting rewarded for it. So we've got these places, Time Attack, drag meets, and just the world itself is such a fun place. Tokyo City is incredible as well. As you are around other players and just playing the game, you'll have these kind of soft attractors that reward you for sticking together. And our link skill system is just that, all the way up to if you do a 12-player barrel roll, you'll get a version of that, and I want to see people do that.
It's fully systemic. It's fully systemic. So yes, there are places where it's more likely to happen, which is why we looked at the time attack. You're much more likely to see speed and drift there, but the danger sign, you go off that danger sign together, you're going to get link air.
Yeah, and drag meets, link burnout skills. It's just a really nice way of just rewarding you for being around other people without you really thinking about it.
And I think my design brain tells me that just being told, hey, you did the thing alongside another person, go do it again.
Forza Horizon 6's aftermarket cars are an adjacent concept sprinkled into the open world. They're cars that you'll come across parked up and available for purchase from within the open world itself. As part of today's demo, the S2000 is sitting near the entry of one of the Time Attack circuits. As players, we'll be able to roll up to these and purchase them, and either send them to our garages or
cool.
I mean, we saw this in the footage, in the gameplay that we looked at. You pull up to a Time Attack circuit, and there's a car there that's actually going to be a lot of fun to drive. Yeah. And because that system always looks at the kinds of cars that you can afford, the state of your campaign, you're almost always going to see a car that is relevant to the thing you're about to do, and that's cheaper than buying it on the auto show. So it's the optimal way to expand your car collection, and you get this benefit of like you see the thing in the
Cheaper way.
better than just
Open world.
Yeah, there's something about seeing the car.
Yeah, cheaper way. Yeah, open world in cars. Oh, I get it. Open world. Open world get different price. That's how we get different price. Yeah. Really.
In the world, right? And it just looks.
I am very busy.
So yeah, it's great.
For the Playground team, the addition of things like seamless time attack and drag racing in the open world, plus the link skill system, is an evolution of the shared world Horizon Life feature of Forza Horizon 4.
Yeah, I think when you look back to Horizon 4 and we added our shared world Horizon Life, that completely changed the way you experience Horizon. And with real players and real people, you get this unexpected,
It felt different.
fun and sort of slight randomness with real people that you can't recreate anywhere else. And that's an energy that we wanted to just capture and continue to improve on. So with things like time attack and our link skill system, it's really creating systems that draw players together so that we have more of those fun encounters with other players. And we know that a load of players spend their time in this state, in this free roam space of other players. So we knew there's players there we can give features for, and really it was kind of a synergy of, we know there are players in the space and we know we want to draw players together with more systems that encourage you for just driving around and exploring. And I guess a final point as well, the players who are in this space want to give them more ways for them to earn credits and XP. Like previously, the best way to do that was to kind of go into an event and load out and whatnot, but really now, if you just stay in that space and you're hot lapping on time attack or drag meets, you're earning credits and XP just from doing that. And that was another reason, because then suddenly you have more credits, you can buy more cars, you can buy more aftermarket cars, so your garage gets bigger, and then you start to see the breadth of our driving experiences all within the same space.
We'll have plenty more on Forza Horizon 6 throughout our March IGN first.
Oh boy.
Deep dive on its Japan-based map and a look at the game's new customization. So for more on Forza Horizon 6 over the coming weeks, stick with IGN.
I'm really sick. It's sick. There's right. Nope. Oh boy.